Alright, quick drive to the chiropractor. We've got rain today, the wipers are on auto, and we're still doing full self-driving. You notice that it says full self-driving may be degraded because of the poor weather, but I don't feel like that's too much different than a human driver. I mean, human driving can be degraded because of weather, so let's put it to the test. Elon Musk has famously said that the auto wipers are the hardest thing to engineer. It's so hard to get that right. It's interesting because I always feel like the wipers are just trying to do too much. They should pretty much be off right now. I think Elon will probably celebrate the most when he gets the auto wipers going properly. That being said, just like a human driver, the raindrops can interfere with your sight. It can still interfere with cameras, but we've got wipers on the front cameras, which are the ones mainly affected by the rain. So I feel like really, even though it does give a warning and I'll be on guard, I don't feel like self-driving will be impacted that much. Maybe if it were whiteout rain conditions, but I don't know. We'll have to put it through some more extreme weather testing. This is not extreme weather. But we do have remnants of Hurricane Debbie coming up, so if I get a chance, maybe I'll take it for a trip around the block with full self-driving and see what it can do in those conditions. Of course, I won't get out on the road if it's really bad. I'll make sure that it's decent weather but safe to drive still. Again with these wipers. All right, I'm just going to turn them off and control them manually. The auto setting on the windshield wipers is pretty bad. Now look at this, 12511. I don't know why it hesitated there.
Now look at this 12511. I don't know why it hesitated there.
That was really bad. I pressed on the accelerator. So this is FSD 12511. It's pretty good about going through yellows. That was a quick yellow, and the car was going through, but then the light turned red when it was about to execute the turn, and we were already in the intersection, so it hesitated. I did press the accelerator to go ahead and get it through. I didn't touch the steering wheel. So I have noticed just a few times where 12511 or 12511 gets a little hesitant. No longer in the lane changes. Those are beautiful. But it tends to be if like there's merging traffic or sometimes getting through a light. But overall, it's still a great driving system. Still some bugs to work out. Like this. I don't know. Alright, so now I have to take over. So, let me explain that in a minute. What we have there is it was putting on the turn signal. Oh, here, let me submit. It hesitated on changing lanes, and the driver behind me kept going, and it couldn't make a decision. So right there, I haven't demonstrated that before, but anytime you disengage full self-driving, if you press the microphone button on the bottom right of the steering wheel, you can record up to 10-second audio and send that to Tesla for review. If you're, oh, a Cybertruck. I don't know if I caught that on camera. And then you can press the microphone button again, if you're only talking for 3 or 4 seconds, so you don't have a lot of silence in the audio you send them. But what happened there again was FSD put on the turn signal and wanted to get in front of that driver. Maybe it was expecting the driver to slow down. I'm not sure, but the driver didn't. And so I kind of felt like, oh, I need to turn self-driving back on. I kind of felt like I needed to take over in that instance, because that's what I mentioned before in my videos, is it's all about your intentions and how other drivers perceive what you're doing. So I turned on my signal. That driver didn't slow down. Matter of fact, I think it was starting to speed up a little. And I felt a little freak out in full self-driving, didn't know what to do. I actually thought maybe it would get over. I don't think it would, but it just felt so indecisive that I felt the need to take over. I pressed on the gas, the accelerator, to get up in front and make the lane change. So again, it's not perfect. I think I turned on the auto wipers by itself. And see, there you go. See how it accelerated to get through that yellow light. It is very human in how it approaches yellow lights. And overall, I'm very happy with the progress. But I've noticed only the past 2 trips I've taken, they've both been with 12.5.1.1. Very rare to have 4 numbers in your versioning system. But since that update, I've noticed that hesitation return. Again, not for lane changes, but for interactions with other vehicles, which seem to be a little bit more critical. As you can tell, though, a little bit of rain, the weather has not impacted full self-driving at all. It's able to perform in the rain pretty good. I haven't noticed any issues. We just got to wait for a little bit heavier rain.